Hi, I'm Sofia Milos, and today I'm going to make some braciole for you. Italian braciole, which actually is my nonna's recipe in South Italy, in Potenza. Then it became my mom's recipe, although she's Greek. And now it is mine, and now yours. So what you're gonna need is some 4 to 6 pieces of thinly pounded beef or veal cutlets. You can cut them down to pretty much a hand size, yeah? And then we're gonna, big enough for you to stuff them, roll them up. You're gonna need some toothpicks. You'll need some Italian prezzemolo, Italian parsley, or flat leaf parsley. Some cracked pepper, Celtic salt or Himalayan salt. You know, I prefer to cook with that. If you don't have that, sea salt will do. You'll need some garlic, San Marzano tomatoes, or just a can of Roma tomatoes. If they're not chopped, you'll be putting them in the passatutto, which is, what is the passatutto? I'm going to show you. This is what we call the passatutto in Italian. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some saran wrap on top of the meat. Use the smooth side of a meat tenderizer, not the rough side, because the meat is already so thin that if you pound it on this side, it's going to break. We don't really want to break it. What we want to do is to tenderize the meat. Of course, it's going to be bigger as well, so you'll just cut them into pieces. And what you want to do is you want to help spread it out. You want to fill it up with Italian parsley or flat leaf parsley, some pecorino cheese for lactose intolerant, but also my nonna does it with pecorino and my mom does it with pecorino. So this is my recipe. But if you prefer Parmigiano Reggiano, go ahead. You can put chunks, you can put it grated, or both. A little bit of garlic, don't overdo it, even if you like garlic, just a little bit. Salt, pepper, and as you know, I prefer Himalayan salt, Celtic salt. If you don't have that, sea salt will do. Roll them up. Meanwhile, you want to have some extra virgin olive oil to cover the bottom of a pan that you have a lid for. Put some chopped onion, about a quarter onion. It's whatever, come ti piace, whatever suits your taste. I chopped it up finely today. My mother likes to put big chunks in it and then take it out. And for this sauce, I also put a little bit of carrot. You don't have to chop it because you're going to remove it, and a little bit of celery. So you're going to do a rosolato, we say. When you have the carrot, the celery, and the onion, that's a rosolato. So don't really brown them, just make it tender, a couple of minutes. Once it's tender, the vegetable, put in the braciole, which are your meat rolls, right? Until they're nicely browned on each side. You will remove some of the juice, let it evaporate. Once the juice of the meat is evaporated, you can put in a little bit of vino bianco, white wine. Oh, quarter cup, half a cup, depending on how much you have. I used about a pound of meat today, which is about 6, 7, 8 pieces. Eyeball it, it's cooking, it's not science. And let the wine evaporate as well. Once the wine evaporates, put the tomato sauce in. If you want the sauce to be a little richer and grab around the braciole, put also just a small tablespoon or a teaspoon of paste, tomato paste, just to make it a little bit richer. If you want it a little bit more blonde, you can skip out the tomato paste, whatever suits your taste. We're going to let it simmer for 2 hours. If you're cooking veal, you can do it probably in an hour and a half, but if you're cooking beef, for it to be nice and tender, you want it to cook for 2 hours, okay? Have a glass of vino, entertain with your friends, You don't have to be sitting by the stove. Make sure that it's simmering though, very gentle. And I would serve it with some arugula salad and cherry or grape tomatoes and a little bit of Persian cucumbers. As far as how you're going to use the sauce is to your liking. It can be spaghetti if that's what you prefer. My mom, my nonna, we do rigatoni. In this case, I'm going to do a gluten-free penne. My favorite brand is by Dream or Barilla. Today I'm going to make Barilla, but Dream is fantastic and it's corn-free. Penne rigate, rigatoni, spaghetti, or mashed potato will be beautiful with the braciole. Buon appetito! Salute!